There's Dan practicing fatherhood. And I'm here with Socrates.
Yes.
And we've been having some fellowship.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and we have been talking about his plans for becoming the president.
Yes.
He wants to become the next president of Malawi, and he's going to be the first non-corrupt president.
Thank you very much.
He's a God-fearing man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, we appear to be taking more and more motorcycles on this odyssey.
Okay.
And this is my driver here, and we are going up to Livingstonia. We've taken a couple of days off at Chitimba because we pretty much fell in love with the place. So we've taken an impromptu couple of days off in Malawi to head on up to Livingstonia. So tell me, Daniel,
Yes.
what is the history?
Do I have to do the accent? I'm not sure it's quite as appropriate for Mzungu to do that, but
So what is Stony House in a nutshell?
I believe it is where Dr. Robert Laws came in the early 20th century and set up the mission here in Livingstonia. They'd set up a mission further down the lake at a place called Cape Maclear, but everyone was dying of malaria. It's a pretty swampy sort of place, so they came up the mountain away from the mosquitoes and set this up.
Makes sense. And so that's when they first started to spread the gospel, and was that the start of colonialism?
Pretty much. The colonialism came in on the tails of
Right.
Christianity here, but it's very recent history considering.
Interesting. And here's the house. So that's Stony House, and we're going to go and have a look. This early mission that's documented in the museum here is absolutely fascinating. It's a proper mission. It was the first white people here to Malawi, and it was also a real expedition because they had to build the roads, and it was a commercial expedition because they were bringing trade, to eradicate the slave trade that was going on here. So many levels of challenge, and so many levels of development to what David Livingstone and Dr. Laws did back then. So this is where it all began. This is the Livingstonia Mission Church. You can see the brickwork here is the finest in all the land. The finest British, Scottish brickwork there. Looks like it was made yesterday, but actually it's very old. All aside from the top of the bell tower here, which does have some local brickwork. And the story behind that is they were shipping a bell over from the UK, and they got it all the way here after many months, and then it cracked. And so instead of waiting for another bell, they decided just to patch up the top of the bell tower with local brickwork so it wasn't just open to the elements. Let's go and have a look. This is a really detailed stained glass window. Kind of tells the whole story, really. Presumably this is Mr. Livingstone here with his medical kit and some of his followers behind him there, and Lake Malawi. So the church was built in 1916, finished in 46, so it took 30 years to finish. There's a galvanised roof, which is not original. Stunning views of Lake Malawi. We can see more Scottish brickwork around this courtyard here, and this is the original bell that came from Glasgow and upon delivery was dropped and cracked. Apparently slaves hid out in this cave to avoid being taken off to somewhere where they didn't want to go. What a place to hide.
Vamos lá,